Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send there.
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs? You're a modest little person with much to be modest about.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Reminds me of home. Actually, usually the weather's just kind of there. Over here.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on the record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base. Okay, at the next corner, hang a right.
I always call the weather in England indecisive because it just doesn't know what it wants to be. Does it want to be hot? Does it want to be cold? Does it want to be rainy? Does it want to be dry? It doesn't know. Right now, there is no sky. Just looking out the window right now, there's no sky. It's great, man.
That guy there will lead us up.
I may have missed the guy. Or not. Oh, no, there we go.
Stealing myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, partner. Get used to seeing them. You're the gig when you're working homicide, Phelps.
Can I just check something? Music's so loud no matter what you do with the sound settings. It's pretty much always at 25 dB, which makes up a fair bit. Going by the audio over here. My OBS thingy, I can monitor it, so that's nice. I'm gonna stop talking technical. Stop it. Murder.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Huh. Money. Nada.
Nope.
Yeah. I kind of like the sort of gloomy look. It's very noir. It's neat. Nothing. No jewelry.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
That definitely looks triple braided as well. Okay, that's it. Pardon me.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Tire tracks.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Indeed. Got him. Can I talk with Pinker? Hi, Pinker. And Carruthers. Oh. What's going on here then?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Thank you, miss. I need R&I. I meant to do that.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
Where's my partner? Of course. Hurry up, Phelps, I'm waiting. Lazy Bob. I like the driving music for this desk.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand? Hey, come on!
Hi. Oh.
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks now.
Hello!
Please, I have business to...
Phelps and Galloway,
Shut up.
LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
What's with his chin?
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Has he just got a really small chin?
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
We have a lead. Let's find out what the husband has to say for himself.
Okay. I was trying to talk to the guy again to make him say I'm busy, but I got help instead. That's okay. Uh-huh. If you go to the hobo camp at any point before that it's needed,
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife.
Nobody's there.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Huh. I think I remember the game crashing at one point, freezing. So I hope it doesn't do that.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Terrellson? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Terrellson?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrellson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrellson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
You want to hear something funny, Terrellson? Some
Don't
bunch
think this
think
is
filling
anything.
out a missing persons report actually rules him out as a suspect.
Hi, Gizmo. Can you go away? I'm investigating a crime. Thanks, cat.
Need to check if she was a regular. I wonder why the picture was turned down.
I doubt there'll be anything in the kids' room. They are sweets or something.
Circumstantial.
Confectionery. The New Testament and a little brooch.
Junk.
I like the fluty. Boat. And another one.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Doesn't look like anything.
Well, how do you know, Phelpsy boy? I missed this the first time round when I played this.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Indeedy doody. How suspect. Can I look at that, Rusty? Finbar. Ew, and they're an
See if
8.
Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Why are all these men size 8s, man?
So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
My cat's coming back. Go away, Giz.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Only 36, man. That's it. I think that's everything. Let me check. No. Let me just quickly check.
I'll be out of
with
your way
R&I.
momentarily, ladies.
Ladies!
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
You through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Hey,
Would
Rusty.
you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
I should check the garden. Oh, a boat.
Good looking for a policeman.
Thank you. Triple braid.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Someone likes their boot. They have a dog, or did. Is that everything? That's a good question. Tis, now I can go question the daddy. Ladies, I've left both your front and back door open. Feel very unsafe, sir.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Uh-huh.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
You don't seem suspect at all.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrellson broad had her last drink at Baron's Bar. We should check the place out.
Okay.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
I hope everything's local. Apparently driving is a big issue in this case with damage or something. That's what the walkthrough says anyway. So for once I'm gonna try and keep the streets of LA safe with my driving. Kind of. I failed! Just drive in a straight line. Nothing can happen if you drive in a straight line. Oh god! The headlight!
He wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
This is a tasty burger.
Is it now?
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
What, do you want another tasty burger?
That cherry pie was delish.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thanking you.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. You can't let the son of a bitch get away.
You might not have ran if you didn't shout at him.
When the hell's the food gonna
Bates,
arrive already?
we just want to talk.
Come on, you got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when
Shut
he's
up.
cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Oh God, I hit someone.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
You're assholes, you little freaks.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Because people are
I'm
in the
showing
way.
you how it's done.
Ah!
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I don't like this car chase.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Whoa.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Let me just run to you.
Did that really just happen?
I think so.
I can't believe.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Am I gonna get 4 stars now because I
Okay,
accidentally hit
Bates.
someone?
You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Liar.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice, private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Do you think I'm gonna not get my 5 stars, Rusty? Hold on. If I don't, I'm gonna be pissed.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I think his name is
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
I don't know why I'm not in a talky mood, but I'm not. Rejoice, people, rejoice. Hurry up, Rusty.
Call 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station, now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver...
Okay.
Tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Ready.
You see our taxi anywhere? Cole, come on!
Come on.
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got you now?
I don't know.
$11K, further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL clear.
All right, so where's the cab?
Oh, Jesus.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
Bank of America 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive at 211 in progress. Shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It was at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
I'm out of it today. Let's go here. Me too. Move it! Suddenly there's yellow cabs everywhere. Jeez.
Whoa! What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand
Hello,
jury.
sailor?
Case was thrown
Detectives
out.
Phelps and Galloway.
The DA wants-
We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. We caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Have already.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Going after a married woman. Good man, I guess.
Where did you go after
Oh.
the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab and I caught a bus back to the base.
Something tells me you're lying.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. We left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Alright.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
And let's not hit anyone. Right.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
7K, roger.
Where'd you learn to drive?
This game. Yep. I'm very good at it. Fall Kelps. Good cop, bad driver. I made it in one piece! Ha! Ooh. Of all things in this game I want to drive one of the friggin' buses, and it's the one vehicle you can't drive. It's annoying.
I'm going up.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
What the hell?
This.
You look at this clown.
Fraud has socks in it, Brazier.
I'll need to run the loop.
That's the guy from the papers. Solve that big case.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
If you can fake sincerity,
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
This bit takes a while. Also, the first time I played it, it glitched. I have a video of it on the YouTubes, actually. Hurry up.
All-American 7-4, let's go get him. This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
We just got in the car, man. I have a siren on! You should move it! Jeez. What's the damage done? Oh, God. Ah!
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge if you see him, all right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife, Phelps.
Oh, Rusty. How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central Division.
The probability is we'll find it about halfway around.
Bad luck says we'll be chasing it all night.
I can't wait to get to the end case. That's my favourite. This is not the last one. This is a good desk, honestly. I think it's the second best. The next one's the worst. By far. And the most difficult, I'll add as well. Though,
this is starting to grate a little.
You know, whatever happened to the joys of rigorous search? Dogged police work, you know?
They went out the window about 2 blocks ago.
Hey, this could be a Cole Phelps I'll grow to love.
Don't count on it.
I've never found this bus in the few times I've played this case, I think twice. I've never found it that soon. I guess it's a specific time you have to allow all the dialogue to, you know, do its thing and all that. I don't know. I like the arson desk actually, but it could have been better. Did I just say what the next desk is a bit... Well, we know what desks there are in police work, so, you know, it's given that they're gonna be that. Ah, I fucked up! Okay. Where's that doggone bus?
I don't know, you should have gone around the other way. We would have run into the bus by now if you'd gone the other way.
How was I to know that at the time?
A good detective depends on his gut, and yours has just been found wanting.
Well, your gut clearly wants for nothing, Rusty. Though from the look of it, its main request is beer.
Beer and convictions, Phelps. Beer and convictions.
If we'd have gone the other way, the route would be adjusted to be on the side that we're going. I know, because I did that last time. This is around the area where I found the bus glitching, actually. Right around here. Ah, fun. Memories.
Hey, your license should be revoked.
Uh-huh. That was the original name for License to Kill. James Bond film, Timothy Dalton. One of my favorites. But they didn't like the name, so they changed it. That means they got a crappy poster with it as well. It sucked. They started doing the Photoshop stuff by then, instead of actually painting the bloody things. Fun fact that nobody cared about. Da-da-dun. Oh, I think it went under the bridge. Never mind. Where's this bus? Jeez, this is taking forever. I didn't see it at one point and drive past, did I? I hope not. My god! Nearly an hour of recording and love, it's on this bus! Oh. Oh, found it!
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
Thank fuck, but you are holding up traffic, sir. You're very
Some
considerate.
kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
I think we've nearly settled
Sailor
this
Boy
case.
escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th
Come
Street
on.
and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code
Oh
3
no, I'm
identified.
stuck. Do you want to drive? Why don't you drive?
You can drive.
Get us out of this mess. It's your car anyway.
We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
Could be difficult.
Oh no, I'm
Most
letting him
bums look
drive.
deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty, this isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps. You think a hobo's like me. Clue number 1, how do I smell?
Of alcohol and stale sweat. You know, I may be onto something here.
Very funny, Phelps.
Oh, when he's driving, I'm terrified, because obviously he's an alcoholic, and his driving is terrible, actually. But, you know, I'm pretty bad too, so... He's actually done better than me. I'll give him that. Wow, this is taking forever. Nice gun, bub.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and
What?
steal what little we have left.
6
What?
rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic here, Phelps. We need to hold out till the cavalry arrives.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot to keep him down, Phelps.
If you want your
disciples
rightful
know what you
share,
did last night?
we need to fight for it!
Ow!
You're doing them a favor, partner.
What are you doing, Joe Lewis? What are you doing, Joe Lewis?
Get up! Fight like a man! Haha!
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
What a guy.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Inquisitor! Missing morphine. Cops say goons fighting dope war.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help.
Jack? I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Can't do this. Legs are running.
Okay.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Chinny chin chin.
You see the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Ah.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Great.
No good to me.
Is that all? Oh, yup. Alright, got everything, partner. Let's go.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
Hurry up.
Enlist now at your nearest U.S. Army recruiting station.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
You nearly knocked me down.
You shouldn't have walked in the road. The music on this desk is just so good. Oh.
Mouthpiece torch strips off
Going
me
this
at the
way.
Grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
You trying to stick me down?
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Oh.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Lackey. How about that?
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
My God.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
Oh, but I do.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
Yay! Took a bloody hour and 11 minutes. Ooh.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Please 5-star. Oh God. Oh, no injuries, thank God. Okay, 5-star. An early visit to the hobo camp might have offered a lead, but good luck finding a coherent witness. You couldn't find a lead. I remember trying a few times when I replayed this case. Got nothing.
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song.